Hey guys, HonestTom23 here with a channel update. So there's a couple of things I need to mention. The first is that the E3 podcasts are now up and on YouTube. So in case you don't know, I do a podcast every week called Nope There's Only Trash Here Podcast. And it's a gaming podcast and I've been doing it for over a year now and it's not awful. So of course it's been E3, so just like last year, what I did this year is that I did two separate podcasts, one for Sony and Microsoft and one for Nintendo. So they're both been uploaded for you to go check out. I'll put the links in the description. But the first podcast that went up was the Sony Microsoft one, and that featured me, Mr. McLuckable, and Cal's Crazy, who are fellow YouTubers and Let's Players. So we talked about Sony, Microsoft, Ubisoft, EA. There was some complaining. There was some kind of positive stuff, so we just broke down the conferences and talked about our opinions on it, and yeah, so that podcast went up. And then more recently we did the Nintendo podcast, which featured me, Proto Mario, and Cal's Crazy again, where we talked about everything Nintendo did, and there was a massive tangent about the Zelda timeline. So if you love Nintendo and want to hear some people talk Nintendo, that's a bloody good podcast, because it's a lot of Nintendo. It's 2 hours of nothing but that. So yeah, so those podcasts are now up. If you want to listen to those, they're not awful, I promise you. The links are in the description. So, and also you can go subscribe to the podcast if you want, because yeah, if you want. So that's that. The second thing I need to talk about is that I'm going on a hiatus for a little bit. I don't know for how long. It's not an indefinite hiatus. It's just so pretty much what happened is that I was a student. I technically still am, but I'm not really. So I finished everything, did all my work, handed it in, got my results, did well, very happy with it. And then I started applying for jobs, and I got one straight away. So usually with the summer, it's when I have more time, so I just sit and record a lot and upload every day, and everything's all honky-dory. And it's really fun. But now I have to go work. And work full time. So in case you're wondering what job I got, it's pretty cool. I'm going to be a games tester at Sony. So it is gaming related, surprise surprise, and it should be really cool. And I'm looking forward to doing it, but I got to all relocate this week and then I start next week. So it's not that I won't have like any time, it's just my videos have kind of stopped going up. The last one was on the 13th, I believe, of June. And that's just because I've been really busy sorting stuff out. Relocating and moving house is not like a simple process. Who knew? So I won't even have internet when I move there, because I just sorted that out, until the 30th of June. So I definitely won't be uploading for a little bit. And then when I come back and do have the internet, it's a case of I don't know, I got to figure everything out. I got to figure out my schedule, I got to figure out when I can record or what my setup is going to be. So I just kind of have to go on another hiatus, which I don't want to do because I already had a break and that really helped me out, and it really sucks that I have to have a break because I'm currently Let's Playing Red Dead Redemption and Super Mario Sunshine, which on reflection was not a good idea because those two games are they're pretty long games and are going to take a while to beat, and now I kind of just have to stop. So I will try to return to them. Of course, Super Mario Sunshine I do with Edward the Guy, so that's just a case of figuring out when we can, get together and record, because I'm moving away. So I really do want to return to those games. I don't want to just leave them incomplete if I want to talk properly and the right words and everything. So yeah, so I'm going to try and figure that out down the road. When I do come back, it will be starting up those games again, although it might be a case of I start up Red Dead Redemption, then I start up another Let's Play or a new one, and then I go back to Super Mario Sunshine. I am gonna finish those two, but it's a case of I can't record and I can't upload for a decent time, and I don't know when I will be able to. So it's just hiatus is easier. It's just an easy way to sum everything up. So yeah, so I'm not gone forever, it's YouTube. Whenever I feel like, I've still got all the equipment, whenever I feel like turning it all on again and getting back into it, I will, and I do plan to at some point. It's just I don't know what's going to be happening. I just know I won't have the internet for a while, and then when I do, I'm going to be working full time. So we'll see. We will see. So yeah, so thanks guys for understanding. I'm assuming you do understand, and I will be back at some point, and this kind of really sucks that I'm not going to upload. The first thing that will come back will be the podcast, if anything. Or it should be anyway, because that's a lot simpler. I just got to jump on Skype with Mr. McLuckable, or set a time, jump on Skype, we talk for like an hour, hour and a half, and then I just upload that after some rendering. So that will be the first thing to come back. So I do recommend subscribing to Only Trash Here podcast here on YouTube, because that's where I will first show up again, because it's the easiest thing to do compared to Let's Playing. So yeah, so thanks guys for sticking around. It kind of sucks that I recently hit 1,000 subscribers and now I have to disappear for a little bit, but I will be back. I will come back at some point. And hopefully that Ratchet & Clank 2 review I was working on as well, that might be the first thing I upload actually, because I have worked on it and beaten it, and I'm just in the putting the review together stage now, but it's still going to take some time, so that should hopefully go up. But of course I won't do Ratchet & Clank 3 for a while because I'm just kind of busy. So yeah, so I've been on some 23, and I'll see you guys whenever I return.